Welcome to Isaac's Insane Ideas, where I talk about my ideas for things and wow. Today I will be talking about public schools. One main problem with the public schools is that they are underfunded. Because of course they're funded by the state. And of course the state doesn't really have enough money to go around to 50 plus schools, and among other things, leading to issues like low school food quality and lack of teachers. Lack of teachers lead to overcrowding, which is a huge issue in school. Overcrowding is not only an issue on its own, but it leads to multiple other problems, such as bullying, inclusivity, and problems with getting help with grades and stuff. The major thing I want to talk about, though, is social problems, like the need to fit in. If you've ever been to a public school, you know that there is not a lot of people who fit in. Also known as, if you don't do sports, you're an absolute loser and you should get out of here. Of course, that makes me a loser, but I already knew that. Jokes aside, it is very hard to fit in with public school. Unless you play sports, but, that's the thing. And since everyone wants to fit in, it's not going to be a fun time in public school if that's what you're going to be focused on. And of course, you don't get a whole lot of chances to fit in. It's not like you're hitting a golden ticket and say, now's your chance to get fit in. And dances. We do not talk about dances. And now, we talked about social, now we gotta get to educational, my favorite. Not really, not at all. Number one, the curriculum. The curriculum is based on the state curriculum. And since most teachers strictly follow that curriculum, there's no free room for anything extra. Especially since you usually aren't able to finish it by the end of the year. Not only that, the curriculum is a little bit lower / generalized, so you might not be learning what you're supposed to do at your current grade. Not only that, they may just be teaching you the wrong things. Up until high school, I believed that Christopher Columbus was an actually good guy. And then I learned about his war crimes. Well, not really war crimes, but crimes against humanity, I guess. And also, I'd like to point out that some of my grade currently, doesn't even know how to tell the time on an analog clock, which is pretty sad, I think. I think the big issue is that most public schools today go on a basis of no kid left behind, despite the fact that some kids simply do not want to learn. This leads to the smart people / people who actually want to learn, standing there waiting for their kids who actually want to learn, catch up. And now, my favorite topic, punishment. I'm gonna say this with zero regret at all. Some of y'all are not getting punished enough. Swear to God. Some of y'all be vandalizing and y'all get off with a slap on the wrist. Unironically. Not only that, they're pushing the rules on the wrong students. They're pushing the rules on the good students, while the bad students, again, get off scot-free. I've had multiple first-person accounts of people getting checked, even if they never have anything, or never will have anything. And the people who definitely have it are just walking out without any problems. And of course, the question is, why would you do that? Well, the thing is, schools are more worried about how they look. They aren't that worried about punishment, they're just worried about how they look to other people. And that's a problem, especially when it comes to education and punishment and social issues. Because they don't care, they just want to look good. And get money, obviously, but if you're a public school, you're probably not getting that much money anyway, but that's not the problem here. And another thing is that they're focused on the wrong things. Most schools have a drug problem, but they're worried about the phones. In my honest opinion, I feel like the life-threatening objects are a bit more of a problem than the things that are very temporary and you can deal with easily. But hey, that's just my opinion. What do they care? If you haven't noticed yet, nobody cares. And of course, if we have to criticize something, we also have to point out its good things. Free food, I guess? And that's about it. Thanks for coming to Isaac's Insane Ideas. Tune in to more episodes as I slowly become more unhinged as the ideas keeps on getting better and better. More insane. Yeah.